Cellular membranes are dynamic, with phospholipids, embedded proteins, steroids, and carbohydrate chains continuously moving and shifting around. And because each structure of the membrane has unique chemistry, the molecules that it interacts with for transport are unique as well. Hey, I'm Melanie Kingett from the Absolute Recap, and I make AP Bio easier with podcasts, study guides, videos, and the ultimate review packet. Let's zoom in. The truth of the matter is, some molecules can enter the cell, others need passwords or special keys, while still others will have to wait in line for a tunnel. It's important that cell membranes establish and maintain their internal environments through selective permeability. So what type of molecules can move freely across the membrane? Take a deep breath and think about molecules that are small but critical to cellular function. Yes, deep breath. Oxygen and carbon dioxide. They are both small and nonpolar and can pass freely and directly through the phospholipid membrane. Small polar molecules like water can also pass through, but in smaller amounts. However, molecules that are charged like ions or large like glucose can only pass through using a transport protein or vesicle. There are two types of cellular transport: passive and active, categorized by the use of energy and direction of molecular movement. Passive transport is the net movement of molecules from an area where they are more highly concentrated to an area where they are less concentrated, without the input of metabolic energy or ATP. Let's make a cup of tea. When you first submerge the bag of tea into hot water, the tea is mostly concentrated or crowded inside the bag. But over time, small tea particles begin to bump into each other, crossing the membrane of the bag until they are evenly distributed in the cup of water. This movement of molecules from high to low concentration through a membrane is called diffusion and is a type of passive transport. The diffusion of water is specifically termed osmosis, but we'll recap that in another video. Notice how the larger tea leaves stay in the bag. However, if we poked a hole in the bag to represent a transport protein, the larger tea leaves might move into the cup too, single file, through that pore. The movement of molecules from high to low concentration through a transport embedded in the membrane is called facilitated diffusion, or literally diffusion made easy. But what if I want to make the molecules more crowded? Can we put the tea back into the bag? The movement of molecules from areas of low concentration to high concentration is known as active transport and requires the spending of ATP. The use of transport proteins for either active transport or facilitated diffusion are often solute specific due to R group properties and protein folding. Moving many things at once requires vesicle formation through active transport. Molecules entering the cell borrow phospholipids from the plasma membrane to form a vesicle through endocytosis. Exiting vesicles fuse with the plasma membrane through exocytosis, emptying contents into the extracellular fluid. But students, beware. Don't fall in this trap. Remember, there is no up, down, left, or right in 3D space. Make sure you describe the movement of molecules either into or out of the cell. Molecules don't just move up the page because you're looking at the diagram from that perspective. To recap, the structure and chemical properties of molecules affects their ability to pass through the plasma membrane. Small and nonpolar diffuse on through. Larger charged transport protein is needed. Both active and passive transport are essential cellular functions to take in nutrients and get rid of waste for metabolism. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next recap.